Tatsuro Taira versus Brandon Royval. Now, there's no real sting or speed that we feel from Brandon Royval. He sort of pokes you at a distance, likes to make you unsure of what strike is coming next. Is he going to jab to the head? Is he going to hit you in the body? Is he going to throw a kick? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be that worried about what you're throwing if what you're throwing isn't dangerous. So it's sort of, he shoots himself in the foot a little bit there. Whereas Tatsuro Taira, very dangerous, good, quick, explosive strikes. He's got that sting, and I think he's going to have the striking advantage. The only place I could see Royval having some success is when Taira explodes in. If Royval does one of his signature high knees or spins, we could see it get interesting. And Royval in top position could be interesting. And then also Royval, if Taira does take him down, he's able to get guard back. We have seen Royval get some submissions from guard, maybe catching him with the guillotine on the way in. Yeah, I don't know. Because for me, the wrestling, positionally with the wrestling, Taira seems to have the advantage. He's got the more developed wrestling style, and he's also got the better control on top. Whereas Royval, more scrambly, wants to make it exciting. And we could see the inexperience of Taira potentially leave him open to getting submitted in a crazy scramble on the ground. So it's not, Royval, we can't rule him out completely. But I just, in this style, what's getting me, in this matchup, what's getting me is that Taira just needs to fight his fight to win. An effective game plan for him is staying on the outside of Royval's reach and exploding in with quick counters when he has the opportunity. And then when Royval gets frustrated, shoot in for takedowns, get control towards the end of the round so you don't have too much time to play with submissions. Obviously test out the striking. If he starts losing the striking, you've got the wrestling to fall back on. But ideally, the game plan is strike for about 3 minutes, shoot a takedown, get some back control, win the round. And if he can beat him up over 3, 4, 5 rounds, he should be able to win the fight. But for Royval, it seemed like the striking of Alex Perez did give Taira some issues. Like, Perez was landing more volume. But the thing about Royval is he's going to have to fight uncharacteristically to win this fight. He's going to have to come in with a really good game plan. And I think the kind of way you beat Taira, like that clean sort of head-up karate style, the way you beat that is through combinations, ending with kicks, and basically pressuring your opponent really well. And I don't think Royval really likes to do that. I'm going to go with Tatsuro Taira. I didn't really think about how it's going to end. I think maybe we see a decision. Yeah, I don't know about that, though. I don't really know. I think Taira's going to win. Do I know how? No, I don't. So the next fight, Jun Young Park. What a boy. Great boxing, good submissions. I think Tavares, little bit over the hill. He's sort of always been a bit of a gatekeeper. Never really showed any ability to maintain a decent win streak. I think maybe he had like 3 or 4 at one point, and then fought Adesanya and just got pieced. He's not a very cerebral fighter. He seems like one of those guys, like, there's just different fighters have different levels of self-awareness. Some fighters, they take a loss and they go away and they think about everything. They come back, they're a new fighter. You can tell they've really developed and worked on things. And then some fighters, like Joanna Jędrzejczyk, for example, will lose, they'll be in denial, and then they won't change, and they'll come back and they'll look exactly the same. And it's not like what they're doing doesn't work. It's just they don't have the ability to understand and perceive themselves to be able to make those adjustments to come back and win and change and grow. It's really interesting when we're looking at the ego and how it impacts different fighters. But in this case, went a little bit off topic there, but Brad Tavares, very meat and potatoes type of fighter. Good, really good takedown defense. So I think fight mainly stays on the feet, but Jun Young Park, just really nice, crisp jab, good low kicks, decent power. just a good all-round fighter. I just like his style. And I think he's more of an up-and-coming. Tavares getting a little bit older. I think he's 36 now. So I'm going to have to lean with Park winning a decision over Brad Tavares. Now we've got Chidi Njokuani, I think I said that right, versus Jared Gooden. This could be a banger. I see some potential in this fight. So first glance, wasn't that interested, but you look at Chidi, he's a classic traditional Muay Thai. Quick body kicks, nice head kicks, good straight punches, has the ability to finish the fight in the first round if he catches you clean. Really nice technical, fundamental striking really is what you get from Chidi, but he does have a little bit of an opening to get chinned himself. I think that sort of straight up style does leave you exposed to guys that have that ability to kind of move and slip and come in off of shots. And Gooden does have that ability. The thing about Gooden is almost every fight he's in that first round, he's getting pieced. He's taking clean shots on the chin and completely unfazed. I mean, it's quite impressive. He reminds me a little bit like he's made of stone, but then he's also really smooth. Like, it's just like hitting you, like he's got cement in his gloves, and it's just like he's like, boom, like it's not a quick like bap. Like Chidi, it's just like whack, hits you really quick, really hard. But then Gooden, it's like you see it coming a mile away, but you almost like it's like you're in a dream and you can't get out the way of it. So he thrives off of exchanges. If Gooden can get you throwing with him, he can weave and slip and roll, or even just eat the punches and just come back and clang you with a bloody shot from like Australia. Oh God, yeah, he's good. I like him. I don't know how this fight's gonna go. My head is saying Chidi should be able to win a decision here. That's what my brain's saying. But my gut is saying that Chidi's gonna piece him up for that first round, and then Gooden's gonna come out in the second round. He's just gonna slip off that jab, and he's just gonna like, rip the body, and then come up and just chin him in the head. But yeah, I really don't know. No, I'm not. I don't know. I'm gonna if I had to put my money on it, I'd go by Chidi by a technical decision. But I'm really rooting for Gooden. He's yeah. So Grant Dawson versus Rafa Garcia. I don't see too much danger coming from the side of Rafa Garcia. I think he could have some success on the feet. I don't think he will. He just seems a little bit short and slow and stocky. I'm not super impressed with anything that I've seen out of Rafa Garcia. Whereas Grant Dawson, he really does have that dog in him. Like he just pushes through. He perseveres. He's got just solid, clean, technical wrestling. Striking leaves a lot to be desired, but he's a bit chin up in the air. Clearly doesn't have the greatest chin, but is a good fighter. I'm going to go with Grant Dawson. I think I was victim to this. I was so on the Grant Dawson hype train. But after that Bobby Green knockout, I mean, oh God, that was brutal. I was like, yeah, Grant Dawson, boom, definitely going to win. Oh God, embarrassing. That was embarrassing. And then we've got D-Rod versus Morono. Honestly, don't really care about this fight. If you've seen any previous predictions of mine, I always pick against D-Rod. This really should be an easier win for D-Rod. But I think if Morono comes in and D-Rod's head isn't in the game and he's not been training hard, I think Morono should be able to overwhelm him and potentially get a submission, get a takedown, maybe outstrike. I just think Morono's a bit gumpy, but then to be fair, so is D-Rod, but D-Rod does have that ability to like land that really nice 1-2. He looked all right against Gastelum in the first round, and then it just all kind of fell apart. The wrestling just wasn't there. So, I actually going into this, I was going to pick D-Rod, but you know what? Fuck D-Rod. He's shit. I really don't like him. Yeah, screw it. I'm going with Morono. I'm going by third round submission. Yeah, Razak versus Fremd. I mean, God, who cares, really? I mean, they're both pretty mid. It's either Razak with a first round knockout or Fremd winning the decision, really. I will be very surprised if the fight goes any other way than that. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Ethan Power MMA. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think, put your picks in, and yeah, that's all for today.